Rabbi, the Kavod Shabbos Kodesh. We just started the recording. Can't wait to hear about your day. What a day. What a day. And it's not even over. It's not even over. We have right now Samson. Chevra. Zrat Hashem. Zrat Hashem. How's everyone doing? We haven't even started. Chevra, Tefillah B'Shim Kol Yisrael. I hope everyone's having an amazing Yom Ha'atzmaut. And let's continue. Let's go higher and higher and higher. Tefillah for Pesach U'Uvi Ben Yosef Asar. Baruch Abbas Yehudis. Miriam Doda Bas Chali Uchaved. Yona Bas Basa, Shir Bas Basa, Sainer U'Uvi B'Bani, and every Neshama on Klal Yisrael B'Zrat Hashem. Loving God, help us eat in holiness, in purity, with no physical desire whatsoever. Give us the power to arouse the light of the 28 holy letters of creation, which are clothed in everything in the world. May all our enjoyment of everything we eat or drink come only from the light of the holy letters contained in it. Through this, give us a good heart. Let our hearts radiate with great holiness through enjoying and being nourished only by the light of the letters that power the act of creation and are contained in all things. Be'ezrat Hashem, Chevra, more to Tefillah. And we're continuing with Chelik Bet, Siman Dalid, talking about the proper behaviors in a bathroom, and Asher Yatzar, big stuff, Halacha L'Maisa, Halacha B'Shim Kol Yisrael. A person must behave modestly in the bathroom. He should not expose himself until he is ready to sit, and even then, he should not minimize his exposure. An exposure only that which is necessary for him to expose, so as not to soil his clothing. One must be careful in this even at night, just as he must behave that way during the day. One who is relieving himself in an open area that has no nearby walls should direct himself so that he will be facing south and his back towards north, or vice versa. However, to turn so that his body is aligned from east to west is prohibited. If there is a wall nearby, he may relieve himself in any direction as long as his back is toward the wall. It is permitted to urinate in any direction, even in an open area. One should not relieve himself in the presence of any other person, and even to do so before an idolater is prohibited. However, to urinate is permitted even during the day and in public if necessary. Since there is a danger in holding oneself back, as explained above in the first chelek, where we talked about the ramifications of holding it in, it is proper to move off to the side, nevertheless, whenever possible. Chevra, we're going through it all. Sometimes we just have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So yesterday Kabal. Yesterday we started the chapter. I mean, we definitely skipped a lot in the book, but we're on page 75. If anyone has the Holy Sefer, we're talking about missing something when it's already there. However, this is the deepest. This is the deepest steps. I mean, we all know Soul of Jerusalem, and Reb Samson has the picture in the background, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, right? So Rav Shlomo once had an interaction with an Alexander Chassid, I believe the Yismach Yisrael. Yismach Yisrael, and the Alexander Chassid. This was post World War II, I believe. The Alexander Chassid went up to Rav Shlomo and started talking about his experiences with the Alexander Rebbe, and really just giving a glimpse into what Shabbos was like there. Right? The way they sang Shalom Aleichem, the way they sang Eshes Chayil is mamash so powerful, shook the heavens. So beyond, so exalted, unlike anything anyone has ever experienced before. Shabbos in Alexander was second to none. It was mamash the most special thing in the world. And he said, the Alexander Chassid Torah of Shlomo, that when the Alexander Chassid, or when the Alexander Rebbe would look at his Chassidim, just by the looking of to the Chassidim, he would clean all their souls. And he would put all their souls into the right place, realign them, recalibrate them. Now the Chassid paused and he said the following to Rav Shlomo. He said, this was all very holy. This, Shabbos, the Rebbe cleaning their souls with the eye contact. But let me tell you one thing. When the Chassid was in Auschwitz, this is the Chassid talking, the Alexander Chassid to Rav Shlomo. When I was in Auschwitz, somehow, one way or the other, I suddenly found myself together with 10 other Alexander Chassidim. Every Friday night, we would sit and tell each other how good Shabbos was in Alexander. Reminisce. Can you imagine how deep it was? The way we relive those Shabboses? Right? This is the Alexander Chassidim. It was much deeper than the way we felt when we actually were in Alexander. So when did Shabbos and Alexander Mamash get into these chassids, into these chassidim? Mamash in the deepest of places, Chavra, into their neshamas. When did this happen? When did this occur? When there was no Alexander anymore. When there was no Alexander anymore. Let's see what Rosh Shlomo means. In one sense, we only truly connect to things when we lose them. Right? I mean, look at the Beit HaMikdash in back of us. We miss them when they are gone. On a deeper level, we can miss things while we have them. However, this is deep. Those who live in Yerushalayim, think about it, have the privilege, never had the privilege of missing Yerushalayim. Right? But those outside of Yerushalayim have the privilege to miss Yerushalayim. Right? One is able to because he's outside of Yerushalayim, and one may not feel that because he's in Yerushalayim. Still, it is not 100% true, because how do you know how much you love somebody? How do we know? If you miss them while you are talking to them. When you love somebody very much, it makes you whole, and it also breaks your heart. Right? So one could be in Yerushalayim and feel whole, but he also knows that there's more available. There's something deeper available going on. There's something that there needs to be yearning for. There needs to be brokenheartedness for. There needs to be a broken heart. Yerushalayim breaks our heart, Chavra. Shabbos can make us whole, but it also breaks our heart. And why was the Holy Temple destroyed, as we're looking at Samson's background? Because we stopped being broken over it. We didn't miss it while it was standing. We weren't broken over it. So if, let's ask the question, what's an assimilated Jew? Right? He would say, Yiddishkeit's beautiful. I like it. It is a beautiful way of life. I'm proud of being a Jew. Do you know what that means? It means that it doesn't break your heart. So sadly enough, the Ribbon Hashem, the master of the world, had to destroy the Holy Temple. He had to break the Holy Temple so that we should feel the brokenness. But when you miss something, you are broken. Even while you are in Yerushalayim and it's whole, it's also broken. The secret of life, Chavra, is that everything should be whole and broken at the same time. Whole and broken. And from time to time, we should have the privilege of being broken. It's not a bad thing to be broken. Right? Being broken over Torah, broken over Yerushalayim, broken over the Beis HaMikdash. Right? We all know the Kotzker said, there's nothing more whole than a broken heart. Right? And we also talk about how Rabbi Nachman We learned this many times. We have to learn it more. Nachman tells us to be brokenhearted 1 hour a day, to set aside time to be brokenhearted. It's a precious thing for Hashem. It's a very dear thing for Hashem to have a broken heart. And I want to share the following story, and then we'll open it up with the Holy Baal Shem. The Holy Baal Shem, well, I want to get the name, once told Rav Ze'ev Kitzitz to study Kabbalah, to have kavanos before blowing the shofar, or before, blowing the shofar. And Rav Ze'ev did so. And right when he was about to blow the shofar, he reached into his pocket to find the slip of paper, and he couldn't find it. He didn't know where it went. And he was heartbroken that he did not have the proper kavanos. So the Baal Shem Tov, what did the Baal Shem Tov say, Chaber? And then we'll open up to Samson. In Hashem's palace, there are many chambers. The kavanos are keys to the chambers. However, the sincerity of a broken heart is a skeleton key that opens all the doors, all the gates. Now, let's also mention the Gemara and Brachos quickly. Now, I don't know exactly if this is the Lashon, if this is exactly what the Gemara and Brachos spoke about, but they said when the gates in heaven are closed, there's always one gate that's open at all times for eternity. The gates of tears. Chava, when we're broken, when we're tearing, they're going somewhere. They're going somewhere, like we learned with the ocean of tears and the whole thing. Gewalt. I'm going to stop talking. It's a long time. Samson, take us away. Take us away. Bring us into Shabbos.
We know that the whole essence of having matzah on Pesach, whole essence, and if you think about it, just before I get to the essence, we're in the halfway point. We're a little bit more than halfway between the first Pesach and the second Pesach. Pesach Sheni, so this is the perfect time to talk about it. So it's still very relevant. If anyone thinks Pesach was over, we still have Pesach Sheni coming up very soon. The whole unit of Pesach Sheni is not only is there a time to do tshuva, but there's a time for those who might not even need tshuva, but have a time to come close and be close to Hashem. In the same way you get close to Hashem on Pesach. The essence of the matzah on Pesach is that it's a very vulnerable thing. You touch it once and you got a bunch of crumbs all over the place. It's so beautiful that we love the matzah and we look at it and we say, "Gavah, this is going to be broken in 2 seconds." The essence of being broken is that in the brokenness there is a hole, as you said. But I wanted to connect this whole idea, this whole brokenness in the matzah, to where we're standing today, because we know the Alter Rebbe says that we have to live with the times, and the time says that we're supposed to be in the land of Israel right now. There's a holy day, and it says in the Tzfas Emes explains that all the Shalosh Regalim have corresponding holidays in the holidays d'Rabbanan. This is, of course, a big question. There's a lot of questions raised on this Tzfas Emes, the Ger Rebbe, Holy Tzaddik. He says that Purim is corresponding to Shavuot. On Shavuot we receive the Torah, and on Purim it says in the Megillah, Kimu v'Kiblu. The Mefarshim explain, Kimu Masha Kiblu, they upheld and they enacted that which they received in the in the Torah, in the Har Sinai. They did it, all of the mitzvot, did all of everything they needed to do, that was connected by Har Sinai on Purim. And he explains that the Hanukkah is Sukkot. Explains that Hanukkah is Sukkot. They have similar correlations. They're both 8 days long. We know that the whole Indian of Zos Hanukkah, allowing the light to go outwards, but actually lighting the candles. In Sukkot, we have the open walls, so that all light can shine forth into the whole world from the Beis Hamikdash, which is the Sukkah. Because everyone who knows that the architecture of the Beis Hamikdash, the windows were very unusual. The windows were built in a way in which you'd think light was able to only go inside, meaning they were skinny windows on the outside, and on the inside they were wide. No, it was the opposite. They were skinny windows on the inside, and on the outside they go wider. They pyramid off. But it was dafka the opposite. Everyone knows that the light inside the Beis Hamikdash, all the light would come out and it'd be shining light all over the place. But he doesn't give an explanation to what is Pesach. He doesn't say which holiday is Pesach. So I have a great friend that says, and it's clear to him, that Pesach, its correlation is Yom Ha'atzmaut. The correlation to Pesach, the Rabbanan, is Yom Ha'atzmaut. And we have to know that in Pesach there's a brokenness, and in Yom Ha'atzmaut there's a brokenness. Everyone knows last night we were talking and speaking about the holy tzaddikim, the highest of the highs. No person has ever gotten to the highest level of the tzaddikim that had died for this country, whether it be in the army or whether it be in acts of terror, Yimach Shemam. No person ever gets that high. The people who died, people who were murdered, they're in the highest of Heichal in Olam HaEmet. And I said this already last night. So to know that Chag Ha'atzmaut comes with a brokenness. But what do you mean it comes with a brokenness? All of us have been partying all day long. What's going on? But it's dafka through the brokenness of the Chayalim that risked their lives to get us here. To realize I don't really know what point I have to get across here. But really Hakarat HaTov. Hakarat HaTov means to understand and be aware of the Tov. What is the Tov? Tet stands for receiving. Vav stands for connecting. And Bet stands for starting again anew. So Hakarat HaTov, we have to be able to recognize, we be able to receive what is good and receive what is bad and know that it is good too. Vav, to connect ourselves to the holy tzaddikim and the holy friends that allow ourselves to realize such tov, and Bet, to start again anew if we don't know what to do next.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
See you, friends.
See you, friends. See you, friends. Wait, Mandela, you have anything to add before we conclude?
Just thank you for kicking me into the world of Torah. I'm sorry I came late. I just thank you
No,
for clicking me in. I
no.
appreciate that.
You came at the best time.
Shkach Ravenu. You know, I don't know if you remember in Rav Shemon's shir, there's Thank You Thursday. I still write it in my journal every Thursday. You know that?
Thank you, Thursday.
Yeah. You write three things in your journal that you're thankful for. It could be that somebody paid for you in aroma. It could be that you caught the bus when you were late for the bus. It could be that you just got a crazy, crazy gift from somebody. It could be that, Hashem saved your life, It could be anything. So it's key, wow. I think. I don't know.
Thursday. Thank you, Thursday.
Hey, no.
Rebs,
thank you, Rev Jack. Today's Thursday. So,
where are you right now? Are you guarding?
I'm in the gush. Yeah, I'm about to go out for 12 hours siur. Pretty much means standing outside for 12 hours from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So yeah, dude, it should be fun. It should be nice. I got this on because it's freezing out in the gush, So you got to put this like this on your face so nobody could see you, and then you're good.
Oh,
see?
Rebs.
I'm warm.
Rebs. Wow.
So good.
Feel a shift.
Thank you so much for the share. Have a happy continuation of your Yom Ha'atzmaut.
You're the best, bro. You're really the best.
Shivers is the best.
We're only here because
Made of shkaya.
only here because of you, bro. Wow, I'm being serious. Mendela, you're the best. Such an inspiration for Am Yisrael. Keep doing you. You're on fire.
Jack.
Peace.